Good morning, everyone. In today's video, we're going to go over what to do when you're feeling down or when you're feeling low. Now, I made this video today because for the last, today and the 2 days before it, I've been going through this myself. You know, we all go through these cycles, but as I was going through it, and once I got over the self-pity and the, I was doing so great, I was getting on all my habits, and every day I'm so joyful and abundant, and the universe is just streaming the information to me every day, and I'm taking inspired action towards my goals, and I'm manifesting and I'm visualizing. I'm doing so good. I was doing so great. And now, these last couple of days, I've been feeling down. I've been waking up, and instead of waking up neutral or positive, I've been waking up feeling less than neutral, waking up with anxiety, waking up with feelings of a tiredness, waking up having some of these more negative thoughts, finding it harder to get started in the morning with what I'm doing, and finding it harder to connect with my source and to connect with that joy. And you may be going through that yourself, or you may know of, you may feel that you go through these cycles where it's like sometimes I'm on it, and then sometimes I wake up and I just want to lie in bed and cry, or I want to curl up under the blanket, or I don't want to do anything. I'm just feeling such this malaise, depression, all this hard energy. And in working with this energy for the last few days, I thought, this would be a great topic. So let's kind of dive in and let's go into let's see what's going on here. So, like we just talked about, days where you feel that low energy, where you wake up tired, you wake up with anxiety, and your mind is just spinning through fears of, what if I get fired, or what if I own my business, so I have lots of different business things for all my clients going on, and what if the thing for this client doesn't work out, and what if these clients cancel their contract with us, and how will I pay the bill? And it's that kind of just, that heavy energy that we can get into. But your anxiety, fear, or maybe even anger, maybe we're in the anger phase. We've dipped down into anger. You may feel like you've fallen off the path. Like, I was doing so great, Spirit, why? Why am I, God, what are you doing to me? Why are you kicking me when I'm down? What's going on here? Well, remember, and I'll link it in the description if you haven't seen it, remember our video on the law of rhythm, one of the 12 universal laws. The law of rhythm. The law of rhythm states everything has cycles and seasons. Everything has patterns, right? Everything goes in these patterns and these waves. Well, we humans are the same way. We go through waves and patterns and cycles. We can't always be high all the time. Anyone that's been into drugs for a while, even just smoking weed or doing hallucinogens or stuff like that, you can't be high all the time. Okay, the body needs a break, the mind needs a break. We simply cannot be in the same state constantly. It's just not how we work as packaging. We frequently go up and down and up and down. And we have what's known as a set point. The set point is kind of like the average of where you're at in any given day. If you were to look at yourself over a month, your set point would be the average of where you're at, relative to your joy on one hand, the joy and the fear on two ends of the scale. How much we're more towards love and how much we're more towards fear. And all the other emotions fill in between these 2 points. Pure, spiritual love and pure spiritual fear. Anxiety, worry, anger, low energy, joy, abundance, lightness, connected with source, connected with spirit, feeling like spirit's abandoned you, feeling like you're in the gutter, feeling like you're covered with mud and dirt, feeling the universe has pushed you down in the dirt. These are the spectrums we're working on. And your set point is, on average, over like say a month or a couple months, where are you at? Where are you at? So we constantly go up and down. So first of all, take a breather. It's okay. This happens. This happens to everybody. We have to acknowledge it. We have to acknowledge that we're in where we are. If we're feeling down, acknowledge it. Don't resist it. Don't fight it. Feel it and acknowledge it. What does it feel like to be down here? What does it feel like? For me, it felt like anxiety. For me, it felt like worry. For me, it was fear. A lot of this was fear related. And for me, I also had the flavor of beating myself up, saying I was doing so good. I was up in these higher realms, better higher realms, for so long. I mean, it's been 2 or 3 weeks straight where I've been joyful and connected to source and feeling abundant and just having a great time. And then these last 3 days, I've been down here and I didn't like it very much. And I felt like I should be doing better. You know what that feeling is when you're judging yourself for not being better. The left hand judging the right hand. You should be better. I'm sorry. Wah. You know, it's like this whole dynamic. Well, we have to acknowledge, though, that we are constantly growing and learning. And here's the great news. If we're in a space where we are constantly growing and learning, we're working on ourselves, we are continuing every day to reflect, to go within, to work on our beliefs, to work on our thoughts and our feelings, to work on our emotions, to be aware of what's going on inside of us so that we can transmute, law of perpetual transmutation of energy, so we can transmute that energy within ourselves, then we are constantly growing and learning. And what that means is, if you were to look over a year span, your set point, the actual set point itself is actually raising. So even though you're still doing, this is kind of an exaggerated to make the point, but even though you're still going up and down, you're experiencing higher lows and higher highs because you're growing, because your set point is increasing, because you're continuing to grow and learn. So be kind to yourself in these moments when you're low. Beating up on yourself when you're low can bring your set point down because now you're engaging that energy on yourself. Where instead, continue to do the things that led your set point to raise in the first place, which is, as always, in every video I'll probably say it, awareness. Become aware of what's going on inside of you. You know, Eckhart Tolle has a great, if you've not heard of Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now, one of the great sentences he says to really prompt that awareness within yourself is to sit quietly and simply ask yourself this question aloud. What's going on inside me right now? And then sit quietly with that, almost in a meditative state, and see what begins to bubble up. What's going on inside me right now? When you wake up and you're feeling fear, what's going on inside me right now? Maybe while you're in the shower getting ready for work, what's going on inside me right now? Feel deeply into what's bubbling up. Because another angle to look at this from is all of this baggage that's bubbling up, maybe it's because you're safe enough. Maybe it's because you've been high enough now that the universe says, okay, for you to go higher, you've got to come back down and get rid of some of this baggage. And the only way to get rid of the baggage is to open the baggage up, become aware and look at what's inside, feel it to heal it, reintegrate that energy. And when you have that additional energy reintegrated, now you can use that energy, transmutation of energy, to get higher, to get higher, to get better, to raise that set point further and further. I'll tell you what helped me. I've been feeling this malaise for 3 days. And this morning, as I was sitting in my office in the morning, drinking my coffee, contemplating the malaise, being aware of what I'm telling you, I thought, I need to just meditate. I've been trying to meditate more, and I've been successful. I've done it 3 days now in a row. Oh my gosh. Very proud, very proud. Get my gold star sticker. But I sat and I meditated. And I meditated. I think I did 15 minutes of meditation. And I just kept focusing on the breathing, focusing on the tip of my nose as the air comes in and out. And I just allowed all of those emotions to be. I didn't fight them. I was just aware. I was just being passively aware of everything in my body, actively aware of the nose as I was breathing. And I did that for 15 minutes. And when I came out of that meditation, I felt peaceful. I felt more calm. I had a different perspective on what was going on inside of me. So, what can we do? So I've talked a whole lot of theory here, but what can we actually do when we're in these states? What would be the most useful thing? Number one, be kind to yourself. The first behavior to start to drop is beating yourself up, feeling like you should be ahead of where you are. You are where you are. There's no judgment here. There's no condemnation. You are where you are in this moment today. Be kind to yourself. Meditation, like I just talked about, drop into meditation. We've got videos on meditation below you can check out. I'll link it in the description for you. Basic how to meditate guide. I'll tell you real quick. Yep, breathe in and out and focus on the breathing either through the nose or through the diaphragm as your belly rises and falls. Keep your eyes closed. Anytime you find yourself attached to a thought, gently, keyword gently, bring your attention back to the nose. We're not trying to clear our mind. That's ridiculous. We allow the thoughts like clouds in the sky to go by, and we become identified with the sky, the base conscious awareness in which these thoughts arise and go by. If you let the thoughts go by, you'll notice they kind of have their own deal going. They'll go on, and the less you invest attention into them, then the less that they progress. And you stay focused in that awareness, such that when you come out of the meditation, You're less identified with the ego and the mind, and you feel more calm, and it relaxes the central nervous system. Maybe you've been reaching out of that comfort zone a little bit, and your central nervous system is kind of having a reaction to that. Well, the meditation will calm the central nervous system and help it realize that from sympathetic nervous system to parasympathetic nervous system, from the fight or flight mode into the rest, relax, recover mode, which will then allow you to be grounded. Maybe you've just been making so much change, you've been such a champion in your life, that you've changed so much in such a short period of time that your body needs a break. So you need to calm that central nervous system down a little bit so you can reintegrate the changes. Meditation, self-care. Do things that are fun for you. Self-care, watch TV. If that's what you like to do, play video games. If you like playing sports, go play basketball, go play baseball. Do what it is that makes you feel good. You like to go bowling or something. You like to go hang out with your friends maybe. Do things that just drop the personal development for a little bit and just enjoy living in the moment. Be more present in the moment. Focus on your breathing to bring yourself into the present. Rest. Again, maybe you've been such a champion in your life that your body is like, I'm good, but I'm spent and I need some rest. And sometimes if we continue to try to push past that rest, these emotions will begin to come up because, again, we need ultimately rest. So go within yourself and find out, is it rest that I need? And if so, then rest. When you get home from work, take a nap. It's the weekend, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, take a nap. Then just relax and rest and don't do anything. Go out in nature. Going out into nature will naturally calm you down, and not only will it help to calm and ground you, but then the energy of the nature around you will begin to come into your body, and it will help to ground, chill out the central nervous system and rejuvenate you. For me, nature is one of my big ones. And new. Sometimes just doing something new, getting yourself outside of the familiar, will be beneficial. Maybe go try a new sport. Maybe you've never done bowling before. Go to the bowling alley, get your shoes on, and go a couple balls down the lane. Maybe you've never played pickleball before. I haven't, but I've heard it's cool. Go check it out. Do things you've never done before. Go places you've never been before. Maybe go to a restaurant downtown somewhere by yourself and just treat yourself. I'm gonna have a nice meal. I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna go outside and walk around downtown. Something I've never done before. Because the newness has an effect on your mind that's uplifting. That's why people get addicted to traveling, is because every time you're in a new environment, your mind is so busy taking in what's outside that it can quiet some of the cycles that have been going on the inside. But the biggest thing is to be kind. It's not an error. You're not a failure, that you're feeling low. And I went through this myself the last 3 days. Believe me, I'm right there with you. And I'm grateful that in the meditation, I was able to transmute that energy, become more calm. And now I'm back on track, and I'm so grateful. But who knows? An hour from now, I could be right back to where I was, and I have to not beat myself up either and realize, okay, maybe I need some nature today. And I am going to go take a walk later today too, out in nature, and I'm going to enjoy myself. Friday, where I am right now, where I am. There's only a couple places in the world where it wouldn't be Friday, but it's Friday for me today. So once the work day's over, I think I'm going to go out to the local arboretum. It's a beautiful forest where there's paths and trails, and it's just so wonderful out there. I'm probably going to go there and just absorb and soak in the nature. That's the video for today, guys. If you've got any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I'll link some videos that'll be useful that tie in with this material. And I hope you make it a great day and have a great weekend. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.